And we're back. Diamond Matt channel, welcome. My first upload in about 6 weeks now. I've enjoyed a nice break in England, visiting family and friends, and went to Spain as well for a bit, so that was all nice to get out of the country. I came to Japan in 2019, May 2019. It was my first time travelling abroad because of COVID and all that. I couldn't get out, so we went for an extra long time, so that's why I've been away 6 weeks. And also, I want to mention that some regular subscribers or people who've known about the channel for a long time may have noticed that I re-uploaded some old videos, and my thinking was, while I'm away, I can't continue to make new stuff. I did schedule some things to come out while I was gone, but there wouldn't be a constant supply of new videos. So what I did is I re-uploaded some of the very first videos I made on the channel, because they're 3 years old and new subscribers, very unlikely to scroll through all my videos and get the oldest ones. And they don't go out of date. It's all educational jewellery making stuff. So I thought it will keep my channel alive and it will attract new subscribers and stuff, and people can just learn from it. Even people who've been watching my videos for like 2 years, 2.5 years, they wouldn't have seen them unless they scrolled right to the start of my channel. Anyway, so let's keep it relevant for a new video today. We've got a backlog of new patrons, so 6 weeks, literally 6 weeks. So all the new patrons haven't had their shout out yet. So here we are today making a new video. Get your shout outs now. You get Eric Lynn, Jeremiah Hadzar, Armin Golam Razai, Jared Cox, Laura McFalls, Jack Tolliver Banks, Oreste Over. Now, I can remember messaging these people, feels like a very long time ago. August now, Caroline Maguire, Karen Etling, Alistair Zelly, I'll call you soon, Alistair, Mike Crane, Tamsin Scott, Ed Craig, Patty Ott, she upgraded to official. We got Lucas Mitchell, Alison Barnes, David Turner, and Jetta Phillips. Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate the patrons, because the patrons literally make this channel possible to continue. The money I get from YouTube ad revenue is so small, there's really nothing. But the patron, what I get from the patrons enables me to actually do this and keep it going and replace tools that wear out and stuff, and even buy little things to do videos with. Yeah, ticks along nicely with the patron support, so I do really appreciate the patrons. If you want to support the channel yourself, link in the description to do so. You can find out about all the benefits and that. Yeah, cool. So I'm going to start with quite a simple video just to help me get into it and practice all the editing and stuff again. And I've kind of got to start with this one because I'm going to do a video on making jewellery. It's quite painful on your fingertips, and it actually, not only does it hurt, actually damages your fingertips. So the experience is, and I think most jewellers will agree with this, I've had conversations with other jewellers plenty of times about this, when you start making jewellery, holding the tools really tight and holding sharp bits of metal really tight, you've got to hold on to them really tight so you can file them and get things really how you want. If they're moving about, if you're not holding it strong enough, it's not going to work. So you've got to pinch things really tight, and it's very painful. So starting off, it really hurts your finger, and then you'll get calluses as you start to, your body starts to respond to it. Sorry, and then you sort of build up a bit of defense against it. But then, after quite a while, I'm going to say more than months, maybe like a year or something, your fingers just go back to normal again. But this is just all remembering stuff from my apprenticeship. You have like a week off work and you come back and your fingers go sore again. You've got to sort of retrain them up. That only lasts a couple of years. After that, you don't have calluses, and they don't seem to, it's like you damage the nerves in them or something. You don't seem to ever go back again. So I'm going to test it out now. I've had 6 weeks off. That's the longest break I've had from making jewellery since I started. So it's a good test on whether things are going to hurt again now on my fingertips. I don't think they will, but let's try it out. So I'm going to hold things really tight, do some awkward little saw cuts and filing and stuff, and just tell you about how it hurts, basically. Right, so this has got a sharp edge. Sometimes, obviously it's going to be different all the time. You've got to hold something really still so you can file it just so, but it's awkward. It can be painful, just the strain on your fingertips, not only the pain of actually holding it. So that's got a nice sharp edge, so I'm squeezing that quite hard. That is hurting my thumb. To be honest, it is actually hurting more than I thought it would. I lost my skill a bit. I'm going to be honest, I do actually feel, obviously every job's different, every bit of metal you hold's different, but I feel like that's actually hurting more than it would have done before. What else can I do? It's a bit awkward. If I got a big chunk of metal and it's going to keep sawing, that would normally make all your fingers ache and stuff, because your finger, your muscles for your fingers are all up in your forearm. Look, you can see it moving on my forearm. That's just me wiggling my fingers. Yeah, hurts your whole arm doing a lot of work at the bench. But when you're employed, like maybe a hobbyist jeweller, might not suffer that much, but when you're an employed jeweller, you've got to kind of get on with stuff no matter what. So you push yourself a bit harder. So you're likely to experience a bit more pain. Sometimes pulling things down like that and cutting through metal. Yeah, there you go. This is slipping about. So this is a good example of why you've got to really pull things down hard, because that's just gonna, unless I go full force, that's just gonna move about and I'll break saw blades and that. Yeah, this is a proper horrible thing to hold on to. Yes, I can feel my forearm burning a bit more than it would. Okay, so there is a limit to it. A week off, 2 weeks, that would have been my previous experience of breaks from the bench. I think 6 weeks is, there is a limit to how much. Okay, next we are doing a heat test, like heat resistance on my finger. I've lost confidence now. I reckon things are going to feel very hot for a long time. But talking about heat, I've just been around Europe, and yeah, when I left Japan, there's a lot of stuff in the news about global warming, like people just dropping down dead because it's so hot on the street and stuff. You know how they always exaggerate what's going on. So yeah, I got told it's 45, 46, 47 degrees, someone said, in Granada. I was there, hottest part of the year, hottest part of the day. The highest I saw temperature on a thermometer was 42. And I've been going to the same area since 2005, so coming up 20 years. Exactly the same temperature as it was back then. And also England, like the hottest I felt, hottest I saw it was 26 degrees. That's only when I felt it was hot one afternoon, but mostly a bit cold, and mornings are cold, night times are cold, and yeah, just a bit rainy and cloudy, obviously. So I didn't see anything. You can tell me all you want, share all the data you want, but with my own experience, I'm yet to experience any higher than normal temperatures. Just my 2 cents. So let's heat that up. What you can do is get like a mercury thermometer, put it somewhere, record the data yourself, don't just trust what you're being told it is. Put a calendar up, put the dates, hottest you saw it, and then watch it for 10 years. Anyway, so I can touch these usually, like you can see I put a mark on my skin. So that's just off red hot. I can touch these, like you can see I put a white mark, it's got to burn my skin a little bit without it being too uncomfortable, obviously it's a short time. My fingers do feel soft, more than normal. I'll tell you another skill that when you're learning you'll have similar experience with your fingertips. Musicians will know about this. Any musical instrument, learning to play guitar, for example, that I used to play guitar quite a lot when I was younger. Yeah, same thing. To hold the chords, to hold the strings down, it's quite painful, first of all. Makes your whole arm ache. A lot of chords, when they get really difficult, really hurts your whole arm, so you're sort of conditioning all your joints and your muscles. But yeah, the actual physical holding the string down, you've got to push it quite hard, and that really hurts quite a lot of the time, especially when you're playing for a long time. So you'll get little flat spots on your fingertips, and then after a while they'll just go and your fingers look like normal again, but they are hardened to it. So yeah, similar thing really. But yeah, I do actually feel my fingers, my hands look cleaner, and yeah, definitely my fingertips are softer. So yeah, professional jewelers, 1 week, 2 week, if you're an employed jeweler, unlikely to have more than 2 weeks off break. You come back and you'll just get on with the job, you won't notice any difference, but does appear to be a bit of a limit to that. Your body will soften up. I used to go breakdancing, you can still see, I haven't done it really for a couple of years, but a bit of a callus there, because you put in, say that's the flat ground, your hands like that, and you're doing footwork, power moves, they're flat, because you need all the weight and the strength and stability. But yeah, footwork, proper technique is having your hand like that. Everyone always gets big calluses right there in their palm. Mine are all totally softened up now, but I can see them a little bit. I can see the skin is thicker there as well. Anyway, so yeah, working with your hands, they get conditioned, but they soften up if you have a break from what you're doing.